Eliza, what do you have to say for the vlog?
You got any pieces?
Yeah. I like what you've done to the place so far.
Thank you, thank you.
If you wanna hit the road, then let's go then. Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live like golden.
Heck yeah. What is up, Levitators? How are you doing? I hope that you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to the vlog. Guys, this is... I feel so odd about this. I don't like this. I don't like what's going on. It feels kind of just wrong. So obviously, as you can tell, something is up with my hair. I mean, if you watch any of these videos, something is just different. And that is that I found this stuff. This stuff right here. Probably like 6 years old, 7 years old. I mean, the stuff is basically like stuff that makes your hair stick in different directions. And I found it this morning, and I was like, how interesting would it be if I put on my hair and saw it happen? And guys, this is what happened. So I'm sorry. It won't happen again. This is just a temporary look, but it's just gonna have to be what the hair is like today, I guess. But why? Am I outside? Well, because of the van. But more importantly, I'm gonna go back inside so I can show you why I was going outside. So you guys may have not realized this while I was walking out, but the bed doesn't have any comforter on it. I was gonna say sheets, but obviously it doesn't have a comforter on it. And the reason behind this is the more exciting part, and that's because I'm starting to look at comforters for my van, for my bed in my van, because now it's time to start thinking about that type of stuff because we're about to leave on the trip. And I still am saying we. It's a problem I have. I keep saying we. I guess it is like you and I, us, but really it's just me at the end of the day going on this trip. But I mean, you're coming along with me, so let me show you the comforter I have on right now. But I'm getting a new one, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Guys, I just found out this remote actually works. Isn't this insane? So yesterday a lot of progress was made on the van, namely the beautiful ceiling and walls were kind of all completed besides that wall. Then a tapestry will go back there, but it's so beautiful. And so that means I needed to start looking for one of these, and this is just the one for my bed, but it's from LB and it has this like super fuzzy lining. And so I'm thinking about getting another one of these, but this is like a full size, but this bed was a queen size, but I had to cut it because it's short this way. And so I didn't know which comforter to get, but I guess the answer is a queen because it's full. I mean, it kind of fits, but I feel like I want some space over there. Since the van tour like 2 days ago, the van has been upgraded so much. Like, everything is getting done. I still don't know what to do about this hair. So I'm super excited about that. But we need to address the topic of this video, the reason I brought you here, I guess. And that is, what is it like to run 90 miles a week? And in the future, 120 miles a week. Let's go back inside to discuss. I mean, I guess we could do the entire video from in here, but I mean, we're gonna get a lot of videos from in here in the future. So let's enjoy the house while we still have that at our disposal. So some people may say that 90 miles a week is too much. Some people may say it's too little. It kind of depends on what you're training for, obviously, and especially if you're in high school. You should probably never be hitting 90 miles a week, in my opinion. But for somebody that's in college, or for somebody that's maybe out of college, or for somebody that's training for a marathon, or a 10K, or anything that's not in high school, 90 miles a week may be something that is feasible. I'm not saying you should do it though. So the last time I actually ran 90 miles in a week was when I was training for my 5K and 10K during outdoor track. And I actually have something to admit about my most recent training, but that will come much later in this video. But I'm gonna tell you about my 90 mile weeks. Oh guys, UPS truck is here, the UPS truck is here, the UPS truck is here. I wonder if I got a package. I wonder if I got a package. I guess we're gonna have to find out. Oh, he's on the move, he's on the move, he's on the move. Will he stop at my house? Will he stop at my house? I don't want to be like creepy and standing here. Oh. So back to that whole 90 miles a week idea. When I was running 90 miles a week, I was preparing for a 10K and a 5K. In particular the 5K, but then I later ran a 10K, and I ended up running 14:46 and then 38, I think, maybe 36, maybe 37, maybe 38, but 30 something. You get the, it was a good time. So obviously you can go back and look at my Strava training logs for this time, but what it was really like running 80 miles a week was hectic. Every moment of every day I was running. It wasn't literally that much, but it was like I would go out for like 5 miles in the morning, and then I would have to, wait around, shower, clean myself up, go to class, do whatever. And then I would go and run another like 8 to 10 in the afternoon. And you may be thinking, Zach, why are you running like so much? Why are you running 15 miles a day? If it was 90 miles a week, that's like 12.8 miles a day or something like that. And the answer to that is because on workout days, I would basically just do the workout, which would only end up being like 8 to 10 miles, maybe 12 if it was really, like it was never 12. So basically I would always run 8 to 10 miles on the workout days, and then I wouldn't double because my legs would likely be shot. And at this time we were doing about 2 workouts a week with our long run on Sunday. That was usually about 15 to 18 miles. And so most of my running was in that structure where I would have 8 to 10 miles and then 12 to 15 miles, and it was just a lot of running. And the crazy part about this is that I'm going to be adding about 30 miles to that week and making that my peak mileage week on my way to my marathon, CIM, in the fall on December 8th. So 120 miles a week is going to be insane. Like 120 miles in 1 week will just be incredible. Luckily this time around though, I will have no class, I will have no obligations. I'm just going to be running, sleeping, making videos, and then repeating the process. And during that time, I'll honestly be a monk of the sport. I'm gonna be the most refined runner, the most focused runner on this entire planet. I mean, probably not, but I can always hope. So the important part, what did 90 miles a week do for me? What did it do to my body? What did it feel like? And for me, 90 miles a week felt incredible. Every night I'd get in bed, I'd be tired, my body would just feel like it needed to sleep, and I felt like I needed to sleep all the time. And that wasn't the best feeling, but at the same time it was an incredible feeling to feel like I was getting the most out of my body at that time. I had built up to the mileage over a long period of time, so it wasn't like I just jumped up in mileage and made it happen. It was like I built to this, I worked to this, and my body was prepared to handle this workload. Going into workouts, going into races, my body just felt better than ever, and I just felt like I was at a different level than I'd ever been at, because I'd never been training at that high of a mileage, at that intensity for that long, and my body was adapting. I was changing, and of course my legs were dead many days, but still I was feeling more and more fit than I ever had. My times were coming down in races, I was starting to really come around, and I think one misconception is a lot of people are like, oh, like your freshman year of college, you take a dip. Like a lot of people have an adjustment period. A lot of people have to adjust to the mileage. And in my opinion, I think that's just kind of a misconception. At so many times in my life, people have proposed these slumps or these times where people don't necessarily improve. And to me, those are just times where people that are not as mentally as strong as others will start to fail. And a lot of people say your junior year of high school is a big time for that. And what they say is that your junior year you slump, and then sometimes you come up your senior year, and sometimes you just taper out. And a lot of that is because you've probably had a good bit of success your freshman, sophomore year, and you've been progressing. But it gets harder, and if you're doing the exact same training as you were in the past and not changing anything, at some point you're gonna start to lose the amount of progress that you're making. And so by increasing your mileage or your intensity, you can then allow yourself to continue to make progress. And in my mind, going into college, I was like, I'm not gonna have a first year slump, but that's not a real thing. It's not like your body just says, oh, you started college, you need to now take a slump. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's just like, if you want it to, if you think that it's gonna happen, if you believe it's gonna happen. I thought this could be the best year of my entire life. I can be one of the best athletes I've ever been. And it happened. I got so much better, and it was just a matter of reframing my mind and allowing myself to train at such a high level and still be working towards my goals. Of course, it wasn't easy to race with 90 miles in my legs each week, but it's not like I had to perform at my best until the end. At the end, when I was tapering, when I was actually working towards the races that I knew I would PR in, that's when the time started to come. I still had the confidence, I still had the mental strength to be able to say, of course I haven't been running that well this season because I've been running a ton, but now that I'm running 40, 30 miles a week, my legs are fresh and I am ready to race. So all in all, running high mileage was really great for me. It was really great for my running. It led to many PRs, and honestly, I'm really happy that I ran 90 miles a week. It hurt a lot, it took a lot of energy out of me, but at the end of the day, it made me a better runner. And that is what's important about running more, running higher mileage, or even just running at a higher intensity. The biggest thing to remember if you want to get better is to really focus on just changing things up, increasing your intensity, increasing your volume, whatever it may be, focusing on recovery more. Those three things can make you such a better athlete, and just doing small things can get you to that point of being an elite athlete that you want to be. And guys, I actually have a small confession about my training recently for the marathon, but before I confess to you guys, I have some footage from a couple of days ago with my stepbrother Campbell, and I just thought it was fun, I thought it was funny, I thought it was interesting, and so I want to play it for you guys because I didn't find a way to incorporate it in the past few days, so I'm going to incorporate it now, and then I will get to, you know, my confession.
I'm watching you, dude. Dogs. What do you have to say on the recent scandal? What do you have to say on the recent scandal? Nothing. Ridiculous.
I want to work this way because I'm the electrical. I would, because of the electrical, once you get all that done, I would probably.
Sometimes I look at this fence right here and I feel like a lost dog, or no, like a caged bird longing to be free. But I never did learn how to open one of them.
Campbell, plug your music, bro.
Campbell Staten on YouTube.
I was on the outside looking in. Now I'm on the inside, trying to stay out of my head. I need peace of mind. Grew up pretty.
It is confession time. So I am about 3 months out from the marathon. CIM, the marathon that I will be racing. This is obviously exciting, but I would hope to be running more miles than I am right now. My Strava isn't super up to date because I've been kind of bad about logging everything because I haven't had much time, but I've been running around 70 to 75 miles per week at the moment. Of course, for a marathon, you may be thinking, Zach, you need way more than that, and of course I know that, but I've been focused so hard on finishing the van that it's just been hard to make time for it. Working on the van is exhausting, it takes a lot of time, it's a lot of effort, and you know, at the end of the day, sometimes I'm left with literally zero energy because I will wake up, go for a run, and I'll work on the van, work on some videos, and then it'll be time to go to bed. Or I could get another run in, but then I'm like, I won't get 8 hours of sleep because the next day I have just as much stuff to do. And so because I have to spend like a lot of hours each day working on the van and working all that out, it makes it so it's hard for me to get in the amount of miles that I want. Ethan Lynn. So guys, obviously I'm not going to leave you on bad news. I have good news. The good news is that in a couple of days I will actually be done with the van. I should be complete in a matter of a few days. So that's exciting. I'm excited. It's really exciting to be done. It's taken much longer than I expected. It was super hard to build it out. I mean, it wasn't super, it just took a lot of time. And of course, a time went somewhere and took away from something else. And so what I'm saying is that there's a lot of exciting things to come, including the Kipchoge challenge in a couple days, and tomorrow I have an exciting running type workout video, and in the next couple weeks there'll be a bunch of workout videos and long run videos and all that stuff as I travel to different states and go to different colleges and make my way out to Colorado. But that is all for today, so I hope that you have enjoyed, and shout out to yesterday's first comment of the day, Rhiannon. Shout out to you, your second time being the first comment of the day, you're super quick. And as well as the first comment from 2 days ago, Ethan Lynn, shout out to you. And if you want to be the first comment of the day, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. But as usual guys, live happy and be healthy, and I will see you later. Bye.
Makes the memories last.
Yo, what's up, guys? Do I look bad?
No.
A little bit?
No.
It's okay. So, follow me on Campbell Staten. Look at Campbell Staten on YouTube, and that's where I do all my singing and stuff, dude. Because that's my dream, dude. Besides, you're in my dream sometimes.
Huh?
Never mind, dude. But shout out.